All right, let's see what our friends are talking about down under.
So I've been doing some studying on my favorite university YouTube channel, Prager U.
Oh, that's right, you're a scholar. You're an academic now.
I'm a scholar.
Yeah.
And it turns out that there is...
It's like they're here with me, you know what I mean? Here, I'll just do it like this. Okay, look at that. Good day, mates. We're doing a video today. The left has declared a war on boys. That's right.
Is a war on us.
What, on
Wow.
racists?
No, on boys.
Alexa, you funny. You fucking funny, mate. On races, because, like, we're racist, right? Fucking hell. Nice. The boys are back.
Yeah, it's even worse.
That's our whole channel.
There's a war on boys. So I thought maybe today we can find out who's doing this war and why.
Wow. Yeah, Alex, I'd love to find that out. Yeah, fucking hell.
Boys, 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 boys.
The war on boys.
This is terrifying. I didn't know there was a war on boys.
Being a normal boy is a serious liability in today's classroom. Boys tend to be disorganized and restless. Some have even been known to be noisy and hard to manage. Sound like any boy you know?
I wonder if the viewers of Prager U just know a lot of boys. It's just like, this is my, hey, sound like any boys you know? I know you guys know lots of young boys.
You're crazy, right? You're noisy.
But increasingly, our schools have little patience for what only a couple of decades ago would have been described as boyishness.
What is this school?
Dude, why does it look like this student of Islam? We are all children in the eyes of Allah.
Ming Dynasty School. Ming Dynasty School for noisy boys.
But he's a student of Islam, but he's going to Chinese school.
Are you a boy that wears a helicopter hat and goes to a big dynasty school? Well, you're under attack.
Here are 4 reforms that would make a very good start. 1, turn boys into readers.
I'm so glad there's finally a YouTube channel brave enough to say, teach boys to read. Everyone's been ignoring that.
You're obviously being sarcastic, but I can't read, Alexa.
Oh, that's true.
So
That's true.
I feel like if there's a boy here you've forgotten about.
Turn, sound it out.
Turn boys to...
There's a war on you right now, Alex.
Boys whose eyes glaze over if forced to read Little House on the Prairie may be riveted by the Guinness Book of Records.
I just think it is absolutely fucking ridiculous that this is, like, in order to show that this is a boy and not a man, they gave her, like, what is it, like a dunce cap? Is that what it's called? Don't yell at me. I don't know if that's like an ableist term or some shit. Now that we started talking about ableism, I feel like everyone is on high alert. Bro, you called my aunt a slur? What the fuck? Wait, what?
Cool.
A boy is just born and he's like, I love the Guinness Book of World Records. It's in my blood.
It's not just boys. If you just pick more interesting material, it benefits both people. But it's weird to phrase this like it's on purpose and it's a war specifically targeting boys. I guess
especially in a country that has like such a shit education system. It's so funny to be like, no, it's the boys that are getting punished. It's like, nah, I'm pretty sure your whole country's down. Like,
your whole country is so dumb.
If you're looking for suggestions for books that have proved irresistible to boys, go to guysread.com.
Guys Read.
What the fuck?
It's porn. It's porn. Guys Read is a web-based literacy program.
our mission is to make some noise for boys. That's funny. That's our mission as boy as well.
Whoa, these books sound great. The Stinky Cheese Man.
The true story of the 3 little pigs. I love their like setting them up for conspiracy theories at a young age. It's like, we've all heard of the 3 little pigs, but actually behind the scenes.
Bro, Alexa went with something so aggressive here and thought he could sneak it past us. My man went with the V for Vendetta Guy Fawkes ass fucking chin strap, whatever that thing is, and then he made it pointy. That's crazy. That's actually wild.
We know that a wolf can't actually blow down a house made out of straw. There must have been some accelerant in the straw which helped the house fall down.
I recently read about a 3rd grader in Southern California named Justin who loved science fiction, pirates, and battles. Well, an alarmed teacher summoned his parents to school to discuss the picture the 8-year-old had drawn.
Did an 8-year-old draw this? That's awesome. So hard to draw silhouettes like that. It's actually really difficult.
I've seen this a lot with conservatives. They love to just make up stories. It's like you have a drunk mate that just says something. You're like, how are you meant to argue with this? You've made up an example, and I've been to school. I have multiple younger siblings. No one ever called anyone out for drawing a picture of someone. I feel like if you drew ISIS beheading people, maybe the teachers would have a little bit of a problem, but...
Or maybe you drew a picture of someone getting shot, and like the person getting shot was you, and the person shooting was like your dad.
Or you shooting the teacher or something and said, I want to do this December 9th. I just don't believe this. I don't think this is true.
Which included several decapitated heads.
It was ISIS.
This boy just tried to draw a normal picture of ISIS, and that's why boys are falling behind, because teachers nowadays want to stop them from
joining ISIS.
Yeah, from joining ISIS.
If boys are constantly subject to disapproval for their interests and enthusiasms, they're likely to become disengaged and lag further behind.
Their interests and enthusiasms in this example is beheading people. It's just such a good conservative thing. It's like, boys are boys. They just want to go to war and kill people. And you want to stop them?
Zero out, zero tolerance. Boys are nearly 5 times as likely to be expelled from preschool as girls. And in grades K through 12, boys account for nearly 70% of suspensions.
Claiming that that's boys being oppressed is insane. What it actually is proof of is that girls have much more discipline. They're forced to do things a lot more. Boys are a lot freer to do the stuff that gets them in trouble. Girls.
The irony, of course, is that this is, I think, probably the only aspect where Prager U, which is like cutting a much larger narrative about how men are under attack, are obviously exaggerating, but technically they're not wrong. That boys do have a worse, boys do have an education problem for sure. I don't know about being expelled from preschool. That seems fucking insane. But like they are, once again, taking something that is truthful and then stretching it out to areas where it's not real or valid. But yes. And technically Alexa already said it correctly that like America has a overall education problem. But there's certainly, the way that our education structure works, there certainly is worse outcomes for boys and men, and there's not really too much being done to fix it.
Are like programmed to not break any rules from a really young age.
They're proving a freedom of the boys. Like when we would wag school non-stop, and it didn't even cross our minds as being a problem. But then you speak to girls and like, no, never wagged school. Never did any of that.
Or just like fucking boys were like jumping out of the window. Some of our friends were like throwing putting poo in the oven at food tech. A girl doesn't do that.
And like feeding it to girls in our class.
Hardly a week goes by without a news story about a young boy running afoul of a school's zero tolerance policy.
There are news stories about someone getting suspended.
I don't believe that. When there's a school shooting every single day, I don't believe that. Like, and someone did a swear, and he survived, and now he's alive.
Josh Welsh, age 7, was recently sent home from his Maryland school for nibbling off the corners of a strawberry Pop-Tart into the shape of a gun.
I've done that so many times. I've done that so many times with Sayos and different things. Never got in trouble. I was telling you this story. I brought a red belly black snake to school, and I did not get in trouble. I could have killed my whole class with the snake. Nothing.
That's like an Australian version of school shooting, dude. That's the Australian school killing, dude. What the fuck? Yo!
Teacher was just like, oh, I should take this from Alex. I shouldn't let him have the snake.
What I just hate is they just bring up these like weird anecdotes because like this could have happened, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Like some teacher overreacted to some kid making a gun out of a Pop-Tart. But they like to claim that it's like this far-reaching, overriding thing where it's just like, boys aren't even allowed to eat biscuits anymore. This one teacher actually controls every single school in America.
It's also worrying because you can understand if you're a teacher in America where kids come to school and shoot people, you would constantly be on edge and being like, who's going to do it? Who's going to do it? And this kid's fucking nibbling little clues and making little guns and pointing at kids. You'd be like,
I can either expel you you or kill you in like 2 years' time when you come and shoot up the school.
Let's find out what the name of this school was.
Recently sent home from his Maryland school.
What? Was there a school shooting at that same school?
No, I'm sure isn't Maryland's a place? I mean, but when you search up Maryland's, there are multiple shootings at different Maryland's and Maryland schools. So this doesn't seem like a completely
overreaction.
No. If anything, I think it's an underreaction. You should have shot that child.
Yeah, execute him.
Kill that child is what I would have done.
Games like dodgeball, Red Rover, even tag have all but disappeared. Too damaging to self-esteem or too violent.
Is tag banned in America? Because I thought Australia was like on the forefront of banning things. We don't have guns, we don't have it. We still have tag.
We play tag. Tag's fucking awesome.
Fucking dangerous, dude.
I play right now. Look at that. No one's going to touch me.
So, apparently tag is banned in some schools in America.
No.
What? It's very bizarre that you can...
Wait, tag is banned at schools? America's so fucking weird, dude. What is going on with this goddamn country? I know, I'm sure there's like 11 different reasons as to why it has to be done. I know, you guys are gonna fucking tell me all about it. My school banned hugging? What? Dude, America's so strange. Valid reasons why tag should be banned from schools. From the pinnacle of journalism, gamesver.com. What is this? Harassment and bullying? It just like doesn't make sense. You got tag is banned, but guns aren't. Like, what the fuck's going on? You know? What is going on? Nobody thinks that's weird? Like, nobody finds that to be strange. We're just like, dude, we cannot have any bodily harm come on our children. Also, you should be able to bring a gun to school, I think. I should be able to drive my gun to school. I should ride it. Tag wasn't in the Constitution, bro. What the fuck?
Have guns and then ban tag. So at least Australia is pretty consistent. It's like, we're going to ban all weapons. We're allowed to play tag, though.
One popular classroom guide suggests tug of war be replaced with tug of peace.
I mean, they're still tugging.
They're still tugging.
We want the kids to tug.
What do you mean tug of peace even sounds worse? That sounds sexual. That sounds like
tug of peace.
Tug of peace, kid.
Boys need to work off their energy. They need to be free to play games they enjoy, and keeping them cooped up and inside all day will not help them learn.
Red states aren't banning tag. Yeah, not on my cold, dead hands, brother. Let me tell you what. Red states ain't banning tag. They try to ban tag, I'll fucking come after you. I'll play tag, you're it. You know what you are? Dead. Okay?
I love the insinuation that keeping girls cooped up and inside.
Yeah, all of this stuff is really fucking stupid because, like, what does this have to do with girls, by the way? We have moved so far beyond, like what? Again, real issue with the way that our education system is structured devolves into, like, this is a war against men and boys that also famously, girls never will engage in. Yeah, red states, we don't play tag. We use guns to tag each other.
Help them learn. Like, this is a girl thing.
They love cages.
They love being in prison. This is what girls, that's how girls learn.
In a
cage. You have to put them in a cage and then they become smart. But boys, see, we're different. We enjoy being human beings.
Exactly.
These are our sons. These are the young men with whom our daughters will build a future.
Why does she have smallpox?
Because she's been cooped up in a cage forever. They've got like 10 girls to a little battery farm cage.
But they like that.
Yeah.
They like smallpox.
Not like boys.
If boys are in trouble, so are we all.
Well said, boy. What a well-spoken boy. Save your child's mind. When did we watch that?
I watched that.
You watched it without me?
Yeah, sorry.
You watched Prager U without me?
I wanted to save your mind, Alex.
Let's make men masculine again.
Rape, murder, war. They all have one thing in common. Men. Aggression, violence, and...
There's 0% chance she just started saying the conversation with rape like saying that that's a good thing. There's no fucking shot. Is she about to say rape is good? Oh my God, please don't. What?
Ambition unchecked by conscience.
Ambition. That's what rape is.
Just ambitious. She's probably going to say something else, but that's insane.
All the stuff of
She didn't say, she said reap. It doesn't even work in that sentence, man. Reap what? Reap the rewards? You don't say that. No, I think that's what the fucking automatic CC assumed that's what she was saying. Okay? Because no one would be insane enough to say rape. She said rape.
toxic masculinity, right? And the solution is obvious. Make men less toxic. Make men less masculine. Make men more like women.
It's just so funny because you're pointing out these obvious things that everyone hates. So sexual assault and like murder. Like, these are bad things. But then for some reason suggesting that you want to stop that, it's like, oh, so you want to get rid of all men.
It's a weird thing to just say as well that's inherent in men.
Yeah.
I don't want to murder anyone or rape anyone.
Because you're a woman. It's because you already got to you.
When you try to make men more like women, you don't get less toxic masculinity. You get more.
I'm so glad they showed the proof of the men-woman-o-meter.
Yeah, but I got confused because the meter kept going, and when she said more masculinity, if you try to stop it, you get more, but then it went to a woman,
Yeah.
and it went into full woman, which would be no masculinity.
Yeah, I see. Look, I didn't go to Prager University. I don't actually know how to read that metric.
I thought that would mean the opposite, but
Bad men don't become good when they stop being men. They
So
become
dumb.
good when they stop being bad.
that's what you said.
Yeah, but no one's arguing against that.
No.
Like, they're making up, they're pretending.
Yeah, this is not a real argument. That's like the entire point of it not being masculinity, but instead it being considered toxic masculinity. It is the toxicity that's a problem, not the masculinity that's a problem. Except, of course, they don't care about the argument. They don't care that at the top of the hour there's a 3-minute ad break. They just assume, it'll come and pass, but it won't.
That they've got someone to argue against.
Aggression, violence, and
Primo!
unbridled
Thank you for the
ambition
50.
can't be eliminated from the male psyche.
No, but you're the one who's claiming unbridled ambition is what's linked to sexual assault.
Okay, also, unbridled ambition is not like an inherently male quality. That's so fucking stupid.
You're the crazy person. No one's telling you to get rid of ambition.
Yeah.
It's just that you see rapists as very ambitious people, which is just a very weird thing to say.
The answer to toxic masculinity isn't less masculinity. It's better masculinity.
No one's arguing against you.
Wait, what? That's literally. Wait, what? Is she a lib? With the exception of like considering rape as like a purely male thing that's like, due to ambition. What she's saying is like a liberal talking point. That's you can't. What? Very odd.
It's so crazy. It's just like this constant assumption that the left want to just kill men or like stop boys from reading. It's just like it's like, you see, this is what they want and we're the normal guys. It's like, no, you're just arguing against absolutely no one saying just bizarre things like rapists are ambitious. It's like you're the crazy person here.
And we know what that looks like. It's a father working long hours to provide for his family. It's a soldier risking his life to defend his country.
When has America ever defended their country?
When? Yeah.
It's like,
who's invaded America? Who are you talking about? We're defending our country by going to another country and killing children.
These proud boys killing farmers and kids in Afghanistan. Who's going to do that? Without men? Huh?
Who's going to do that? Are you going to go kill the children in Afghanistan?
Healthy families and strong communities depend on the leadership and bravery of good men. Yet the current trend is to feminize young men in the hopes of
this graph. It's like, well, I guess they did the study.
It looked like the line, the more points we plot in, the line is getting pink. What's happened here?
I mean, I wish I could disagree, but the science is
science is there. There's more pink.
I'd love to see like when it suddenly went down.
Yeah.
Like 1983, men became men again.
This was 2001, September 11.
September 11 is when we all
September
became
11,
men.
when we became men, we went to Afghanistan.
Yeah.
Then
Then Mean Girls came out.
Big girls came
And like everyone wanted to be a hot girl, so that.
Yeah. Then what happened?
Iraq?
Iraq, yeah, we got a bit more. What happened here?
I don't even want to think about that. That's a big jump.
There could be gay marriage.
Gay marriage.
Marriage.
Famously, is two men become women and marry each other.
On the playground, aggressive games like dodgeball have long been banished.
Banished! Dodgeball.
To be fair, I never really understood dodgeball. And I'm like, growing up in Turkey, we'd like shoot each other with fucking BB guns. You know what I mean? But like, I actually never really understood dodgeball. I always thought it was like such a weird and violent American concept.
Fall to the nether realms.
It might be true though.
I mean, yeah, we looked it up.
Yeah, it probably is true.
We tell young men that their intrinsic desire to compete is wrong.
Ah, so dumb. I hate when they talk about nature. It just makes no sense. You think a man came from a rib? Like, what are you talking about? Natural? You're insane. You're a crazy person, and you're trying to talk about nature.
By his intellect, Lewis explains, man is mere spirit, and by his appetite, mere animal. We need both. Take away one, and you're left with a man who's either weak or wicked. And in a world of wickedness, weak men are...
Actually, that's not true. We did dodgeball too. Yakartop, you're right. I don't know why I thought that.
nothing more than enablers of wicked men.
I don't. The thing is, they'd have like these dumb graphs and like milk all these points for so long, and suddenly they go.
All right, dodgeball wasn't as like popular. I feel like.
To like a textual analysis of C.S. Lewis, and they're just like, well, this is straightforward to everyone.
This is straight. Spirit animal.
Spirit animal, wicked animal.
Are the conservative men that are watching this just like following it to be like, oh yes, spirit, wicked?
They said men couldn't read. Like, please pander to us, because I fucking have no idea what you're talking about right now.
Rape, murder, war. They all have two things in common. Bad men who do the raping, murdering, and warring.
Oh, remember everybody in the chat saying like, oh, she didn't say rape, she said reap actually. Oh no, turns out she did fucking say rape, and she very openly said it this time again, and this time it's also written in bold. So I'm glad that like we addressed that fucking issue. Everyone in the chat being like, no, I can't believe it. Dude, you're wrong.
And weak men who won't stop them. We need good men who will.
I love that women just don't exist. It's just no agency at all. They just have to like bring out a woman to say all these absurd things. Like, well, actually, women are completely irrelevant. Women like me, we just got nothing to do with anything. We got no opinions, no thoughts, no abilities to do a single thing.
Women like me, I didn't even write this script. I'm so weak.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching this video. To help keep boy videos free, please consider making a tax-deductible donation.
Great video, banger.